Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Who can read the title? Who can read the title?
Can I read?
Yes.
There is no place like house.
Good. There is no place like home. That's true. You realize that, you know, the title is, you know, very important, referring to the home. Maybe, you know, home means here the country. Sometimes it means, you know, the country. It doesn't mean, you know, just, you know, rooms or, you know, stones. Look at the objectives. Here in this unit, we are going to differentiate between a house and, you know, a home. Also, we have to name important things at home, to distinguish between the interior and, you know, exterior of a home, to write a quote about home. Look here. Now, what is the difference between house and home? What is the difference between house and home? Who can read the explanation? Who can read the explanation? Usaid? Usaid.
House refers to the building in which someone lives. A concrete concept
Concrete concept. Good. Now, what about the home?
refers to the place where someone lives. It represents
Refers to
safety.
the place. Good. Refers to the place where someone, you know, lives. And, you know, it represents safety, comfort, emotion, love, strength, let us say, loyalty. These expressions refer to home. Home, sometimes it means, you know, the country. Okay, so this is about, you know, the difference between the house and home. Home means, you know, the warm, the relationship between, you know, the members of the family, the love between them, etc. Okay. These, you know, the most important things in your home: bedrooms, living room, kitchen, bathrooms, garage, etc. Here, if you want to describe your dream home, I want, you know, a new house, a big one, a modern one, traditional, villa, etc. So here we have two pictures which represent what? The interior form. This is inside. Interior means inside. Exterior means what? The outside. Now, if you look at your books here, what are these from 1 to 10? What do we call them? Quotes. They are what? Quotes. How many quotes are there?
10.
10. Now, what are they talking about? What are these quotes, you know, talking about?
Home.
Yes.
Talking about what happened in these rooms.
You know, these quotes are talking about, you know, the home, about, you know, the, let us say, the importance of home. If you look again to the title, you will find that there is no place like home. So these sayings are talking about, you know, home in general. Now look at the first one. We are going to listen.
أستاذ
Yes.
بس أي صفحة لأني أنا كنت أستنى بالحصة
page
الثانية
6.
ما كنتش أعرف.
Page 6. Yes, page 6.
ماشي أستاذ. أخذت الحضور والغياب ولا لسه؟
لا ما راح أخذ حضور وغياب.
ماشي.
الآن في نهاية الحصة إن شاء الله أنا بتفقده من عندي. Okay. If there is no voice, tell me, okay?
What is home? A roof to keep out the rain? Four walls to keep out the wind? Floors to keep out the cold? Yes, but home is more than that. It is the laugh of a baby, the verse of a mother, the strength of a father, warmth of loving hearts, lights from happy eyes, kindness, loyalty, comradeship. Home is first school for young ones, where they learn what is right, what is good, and what is kind, where they go for comfort when they are hurt or sick, where joy is shared and sorrow eased, where fathers and mothers are respected and loved, where children are wanted, where the simplest food is good enough for kings because it is earned, where money is not as important as loving kindness, where even the tea kettle whistles from happiness. That is home.
So you realize that
Ernestine Schumann Heink.
here it talks about what? This quote is talking about, the feelings in general. Okay? Not about, stones, or not about roofs, not about walls. Just it is talking about, the feelings. Now, who said this quote? Who said this? Look at the end of the
Ernstine Schumann.
Ernstine Stutzman Henk. Good. Now, what is, most important? A building or feelings?
Feelings.
Feelings. If you return back to the paragraph, you will see that the writer is talking about feelings. Home is more than, a roof or walls. It is the laugh of a baby, verse of a mother, etc. Loyalty, kindness. Home is the first school for everybody, for young ones, where they learn what is right and what is wrong, etc. So the first is talking about home in general as what? Feelings, the feelings. Okay. Listen to the next, number 2. Listen.
2. No one realizes how beautiful it is to travel until he comes home and rests his head on his old, familiar pillow. Lin Yutang.
Listen again.
2. No one realizes how beautiful it is to travel until he comes home and rests his head on his old, familiar pillow. Lin Yutang.
Who said that quote?
Lin Yutang.
Good. Now, what do you feel when you travel away and come back home?
Joy.
Good.
Comfort.
Joy, comfort, etc. Happy, rest. Okay, so this is about, the second. Listen to the third. Listen.
3. The wealth of a man in exile is home, and the poverty of a man at home is exile. Arabic proverb.
Now, who said this quote?
Arabic proverb.
Arabic proverb. But I think we have a saying from, Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anh, said, words like, the meaning of the words. The wealth of a man in exile is home. هو المال في الغربة ماله وطن. And the poverty of a man at home is exile. والفقر في الوطن ماله غربة. Is it clear? Wealth means a large amount of money. Exile, when you are forced to leave your country. Exile.
Yes.
Forced is absence from one's country. Okay. Number 4. Listen.
4.
The best way to keep children home is to make the home atmosphere pleasant and let the air out of the tires. Dorothy Parker.
The best way to keep children home is to make, the home atmosphere pleasant. To make them enjoy, not to what? Let them go out. Let the air out of the tires. It means that to let them stay at home. How? By making, the atmosphere good. Next. Number 5. Listen.
5. A man builds a fine house, and now he has a master and a task for life. He is to furnish, watch, show it, and keep it in repair the rest of his days. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Who said that quote?
Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Good. Ralph Waldo Emerson. It means here that, a man builds what? A master for him. Here the writer compares home like what?
A workplace.
A master. He resembles. He said that, the home is like a master. So a man builds a master for him. Because, all the time you will what? Maintain, repair, furnish, etc. Now, what should you do to your master? You have to serve and take responsibility. Then here, in other words, the writer compares home with what? With a master. So a man builds what a master for him, and he must obey the master. By what? By, keeping it in repair all the time, and, furnishing it all the time. يعني شبه البيت بالسيد، إنه الإنسان أو الشخص بيبني منزل، فبالتالي هو بيبني سيد إله، فmust what? Obey him all the time. How? To furnish it, to watch, to show it, and to keep it in repair for the rest of his days. Okay, number 6. Listen.
6.
Boys are life's way of telling you your house is too clean. Unknown.
Boys are life's way of telling you your house is too clean. In other words, if there is, if there are children in the house, it means there's life. Okay? If it is clean, it means there is no anyone there. No children, it means a clean house. And you realize that, who makes, the house lovely and, enjoy and pleasant? The children. Number 7. Listen.
8.
8.
A house is a home when it shelters the body and comforts the soul.
There isn't enough furniture in the world to make a house without love feel like at home. Number 8. Furniture here like what? Beds, tables, etc. Things you put in your house. There isn't enough furniture in the world to make a house without love feel like a home. Love is more important. What is the most important thing? Furniture or love?
Love.
Love. Number 8.
8.
A house is a home when it shelters the body and comforts the soul.
That's true.
Philip Moffat.
Who said this quote? Philip Moffat. A house is a home when it shelters the body and comforts the soul. Shelter means to protect from something, and comforts to make someone feels good. Number 9.
Nine. A house that does not have one worn, comfy chair in it is soulless. May Sarton.
Good. You realize that here, worn means old and used. When we say that a house that doesn't have one worn, comfy chair, it means there is no life. No one there at home. Old chair in home refers to the life of home, feel of trust and, old memories. Number 10.
10.
A small old house filled with love is better than a large new house with none.
That's
unknown.
A small old house filled with love is better than a large new house with none. The most important thing is to have love, not a new house. So this is about, the quatos. Look here, look at your books on page 7. Page 7, quick check. Complete the sentences with one of these words. Who wants to do the first one? Who wants to?
Can I solve?
Yes, Sharif, number 1.
The people showed to the king by putting his face on the new phone.
Good. The people showed loyalty. Good. Loyalty. Good. Number 1, loyalty. Number 2. Yanal.
Yes, teacher.
Read number 2, please.
When children have nightmares, mothers give with loving words.
Good. Give what?
Comfort.
Comfort. Good.
Or, okay.
With loving words. Good. When children have nightmares, mother give, comfort with loving words. Number 3. Abdullah.
The museum has a quiet and peaceful atmosphere.
Good. The museum has a quiet and a peaceful atmosphere. Write them quickly, please. Number 4. Who can try?
Teacher, can I try?
Yes. Abdurrahman.
Yes. People who live in poverty often have no food and shelter.
Good. Poverty. People who live in poverty often have no food and shelter. Now what about the next? Who can try? Number 5. يلا يا شريف.
Yes. People, no. They had no money to furnish their house, so they used boxes as chairs.
Good.
Furnish.
They had no money to furnish their house, so they used boxes as chairs. Good. Furnish. It's to buy, beds, chairs, etc. Number 6. Who can try? Yanal?
We have had this couch too long. It's starting to look worn.
Good. We have had this couch too long. It is starting to look what? Worn. Worn, old, and used. Number 7. We use the tree for what? You can try. Abdurrahman Saadi.
Yes, teacher. We used the tree of shelter during the storm.
Good. For shelter. We use the tree for shelter during the storm. The last one. Who can try?
Can I try, teacher?
Yalla, Abdulaziz.
Having a great wealth means nothing if you can't share it with others.
Good. Having a great wealth means nothing if you cannot share it with others. Good. Okay, now here we have a homework in your Classera. Let's do it together.